Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mojo Play Sims. Today I'm here with a Spanish mansion inspired build. I'm not really sure what inspired this build, to be honest. I wanted to do like a big house, but I'm not actually that sure what inspired the kind of Spanishy theme. But I really like how this house looked actually, and I've split this into two parts. This is the first part, which is the exterior of the house, like the actual build of the house, and then I also did like the barbecue area outside because I just kind of wanted to do the whole outside of the house in one go. And then in the second part of this, I decorate the inside of the house, which I really like the final look of it because I've already recorded that and I think it looks really nice. So this house was placed in Oasis Springs, and it's near like the area of all like the bigger houses that all kind of have the same kind of look to them, and it's in the empty lot by those houses. So I wanted this house to have the same kind of aesthetic and look to it as those houses did. So I actually, before I built this house, went round to each of those houses to see just like some features they had that I liked, and that's where the kind of archways came in at the bottom floor, because I think one of those had those or something. One of the houses had those arches and I really liked how they looked, so I decided to do it on this house. And yeah, the overall kind of colour of the house and window choices were to kind of fit with that house, because I thought it would look kind of nice if this house like really fitted in well looking wise and style wise with that house. And so that was the lot that I designed it for. However, you could really put it wherever you want as long as it obviously fitted. But yeah, that's the lot that I designed it for, and I think it would look really nice there. For the layout on the inside, I mean, like I said, I'm not actually doing the inside of the house on this, but it's all just very open spaces, especially the downstairs. It's all very open, and then the upstairs has this kind of bridge that you can like look down the rest of the house at. So if you're interested in seeing how that actually turns out in the end, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you'll see when I post part 2 of this video. When I was building this, actually I really wanted to do like a let's play with it. I'm not going to do one right at the moment though, because we're obviously going to have 2 let's plays going on this channel already. We have the homeless man challenge, which I'm really enjoying doing, and then I'm also starting, which should be up this week actually, the Alexandra family, which is a new let's play family I'm playing with. So I don't really want to introduce a third quite yet because I think it would just be a little bit too much. I don't know, I might completely change my mind and do it anyway, but we'll see. Like I said, because I was inspired by maybe creating a let's play with this family or with this house, I did have a family in mind while I was choosing the layout and choosing like the barbecue decor that you'll see later on in the video. Simply because I kind of imagined like a single mum living here, maybe like a Spanish single mum who's like a businesswoman. She's earned a good amount of money. I'm not sure if I'd make her like a journalist or just work in the business career. I'm not too sure. Probably in the business career, to be honest. And then I imagined her with 2 twin girls. I don't imagine her married. And then maybe her mum or her dad or someone like that, or like an aunt living with her. I'm not too sure. I definitely would like a single mum with 2 twin girls. I think that would be really sweet. And yeah, she's quite career focused is how I imagined it, but the house is like a really nice family home for them. So for the roof, like I said, I wanted it to be very similar looking to the other houses around the area, so I went with that nice kind of warm terracotta orange roof. Really like how that looked, especially with the walls I chose, like the colour of the walls. Thought that looked really nice. I'm also obsessed with that the area to the right of the house, like the bit with the crisscross detail at the top, and I took a little bit of that down to place the stairs, because I was going to place the stairs at the front of the house, but I kind of like the idea they had to walk past all of the columns and the archways to get to the front door, just so it looked really nice and effective. And also I didn't want to have to break up the archways to fit a stairway in. I did this house a little bit higher off the floor than I normally would, but I do like how it looked. I can't remember if I lower it at all or I do leave it. I can't remember, to be honest, but I know it's higher than I normally do, because I either normally do them really low where it's only really like one step, or I just have like 2 steps. Like I never really do them that high. I'm not sure why, but I normally prefer that look, but I really like how that just lifted it up the top of the house. And then I added a load of ivy and flowers and like climbing plants up the walls, because I was a little bit obsessed with how that was looking. And I can't remember if I add the windows to the side of the house in this part of the video or the second part, because I roughly know what I was going to do downstairs, but upstairs I wasn't sure how I was going to have the room, so I can't remember which part of the video, part 1 or part 2, that I actually do that in. The outside that I'm doing now changes quite a lot. Yeah, I've just changed it now because I knew I wanted to have a really big pool area, and I wanted to have the same kind of roofing as I'd done on the like the crisscross roofing, and just, well, it's not really roofing, it's just like detailing that I'd done on the side of the house. So I'm placing that door there, by the way, because I really liked that door, but I don't even think I end up using it, because I liked how it looked. I thought it fitted the house really well, but then I wanted it more to be like more of like a bright open space. So I believe that goes. Yeah. So yeah, for the swimming pool, I wanted it all to be risen still, like how the house is, and then just to add a load of detailing really to make it fit with the rest of the house. So I really like how the back of the house looks. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have already seen pictures of this house actually, and the pool part was my favourite by far of the, like, this part of the house. When I was building it, I did love the pool area. So yeah, I'm just doing that roofing detailing now. I'm calling it roofing detailing because I'm not actually sure what else you'd call it, but yeah, it looks really cool. And then I add some pillars as well underneath it, just so it, you know, it doesn't look like it's floating really. It obviously doesn't need it to hold it up, but you know, in real life it would. So yeah, I just use the same pillars we've been using round the outside of the house on these as well. I do take some of those pillars away because I just thought it was a little bit enclosed, but I don't think I do that right now. I think I do that a little bit later. And then I thought the back of the house looked a little bit boxy, so I ended up putting this balcony area, which ends up working really well, because underneath that I then put the barbecue area, and it looks really nice. It looks like I actually planned to do that, and I didn't. I kind of just made it up as I went along, but I do really like how that looked. Yeah, this is when I'm then making that more of an open plan area, just to get some more light into the house. And also I like the idea of them being able to see out to the pool area and out to the barbecue area from the like the kitchen or whatever. I think actually that's the living room that ends up being there, or the dining room, I can't remember, but I like the idea of them being able to kind of see out of the area there. And this is a little outdoor barbecue area. I know it's really random that I'm decorating the outside barbecue area before I've even done the inside of the house, but I was kind of just in the zone with it, and I really wanted to finish the area I was doing. And plus it kind of made sense to me as well, doing like the outside of the house in one video and then the inside in another video. If you don't like how I've done that, then say, and for the next one I'll do the building one and then the decorating in the second one. I mean, it probably doesn't make that much of a difference, but if it did bug you, just let me know and I'll do it differently next time. But I just added some lights to the pool, and I also added some of the floor decals to just, you know, add a little bit of interest to the bottom of the pool. And I ended up putting 2 together. I thought that looked really nice. I also wanted to place this hot tub, but I didn't have a clue where to put it because it really wasn't going to fit anywhere on the risen area. So I ended up, because there's 2 sets of stairs on the patio area if you've noticed, so I ended up putting the hot tub down on one level and adding a wall around it and the same floor, so it just kind of dropped a level, but it was still, the patio was still continuing. And then for the other level I did like a little kind of park area, I guess, for the kids. I mean, it wasn't fenced off or anything, it was just some like stuff for the kids to play with, because like I said, I did imagine this being given like a home for quite a wealthy family, so I feel like they would have quite big outdoor play areas for their kids, you know. And then really here I'm just tweaking the outside of the house. I'm adding some ivy at the back because I was aware that the front had it but not the back, so I thought it would look better and make a lot more sense if you know, the whole kind of house was covered in it, or like all the way around the house was covered in it. So yeah, I'm just adding those. I'm adding a couple of plants and things just to add a little bit of, I think outside plants look really nice and homely and add a lot of character to a house and really like something that looks like it's lived in. So I'm just adding a little bit of kind of a worn look to the grass around the kids area because I feel like that'll be very well used. Some outside plants and things, and then I think the build's done then. And then you'll have to see the decor of the house in part 2. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you know when I've posted that, and also turn notifications on. So here are just some screenshots of the house so far. We have, obviously these are just the outside of the house because the inside isn't done yet, but I love looking at the balcony areas of this and looking at the ivy. I just love the little details in this house, and there's a lot of really nice areas of this house that just have a lot of details, like the archways and the balconies. I really like this house. I know I said that about 100 times now, but I really do. And then the outdoor area I love. I think it's so nice and warm and homely. And then the pool area is my favourite, like I said. I would just love to jump in that pool. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. Bye.
It's nothing short of a miracle.